Most people lose money in the stock market not because they invest, but because they try to pick winners. Welcome to Module 3. In this lesson, we're going to demystify one of the most powerful tools available to everyday investors, index funds, and why so many experts recommend them over trying to pick individual stocks. If you've ever worried about choosing the right company or feared making a mistake, this lesson will show you a far simpler, more effective way to build wealth. Let's dive in. When you buy a simple company, say Apple or Tesco, you're making a bet. If the business grows, great. But if it struggles, your investment struggles. And here's the truth. Most powerful fund managers who try to beat the market actually underperform it, even with years of experience, resources, and research teams. So, for ordinary investors, trying to pick the next winning stock becomes a stressful guessing game. There's a better way. Instead of trying to find the needle, that's one perfect company. You can buy the whole haystack. That is exactly what an index fund does. An index is simply a list of companies that represent a specific market. Examples include FTSE 100, the top 100 companies in the UK, S&P 500, top 500 companies in the US, MSCI World, thousands of companies across developed countries, FTSE Global All Cap, large, medium, and small cap companies worldwide. Remember, these examples are for education only, not personal financial advice. An index fund is a pot of money used to invest in every company on that list. When you buy an index fund, you're buying tiny pieces of many different companies at once, sometimes thousands. That's diversification without complexity. Here's how it works behind the scenes. An index fund tracks a specific list of companies. It buys all or most of the companies on that list. As those companies rise or fall, your fund's value rises or falls. You don't need to choose individual winners. The goal isn't to beat the market. It's simply to match the market's long-term growth, which historically has been strong. This is why index funds are widely recommended for beginners and even for professionals. There are four main reasons index funds have become the foundation of long-term investing strategies. First one is diversification across thousands of companies. One fund can give you exposure to tech companies, energy companies, retail companies, healthcare companies, global economies. If one company fails, your portfolio keeps going. Second one is low cost, a major advantage. Index funds are passively managed, meaning there's no expensive fund manager trying to beat the market. This results in very low annual fees, often 0.05% to 0.25%. Compare this to actively managed funds charging 1% or more. Fees matter because small fees compound negatively, just as investment compounds positively. Over decades, high fees can cost you tens of thousands of pounds. Third is long-term consistency. History shows that markets grow over time, despite recessions, crashes, political changes, inflation's short-term volatility. Index funds allow you to capture that long-term growth without trying to predict the next trend. And finally, emotion-free investing. You don't need to guess which company will succeed, react to news headlines, time the market, or follow stock picks. Index funds remove the emotional decision making that often leads investors to lose money. It's simple, it's steady, and it works. Most index funds are market cap weighted. This simply means the biggest companies get the biggest shares of your investment. For example, in a global index fund, a large company like Apple might receive 4 to 5p of every £1 you invest. A much smaller company might receive less than 1p. This reflects the real-world size of global businesses. It also explains why US companies dominate global funds. The US has the world's largest stock market. For UK investors, ETFs and traditional index funds are incredibly similar. Both track an index, both are diversified, both can be held in a stocks and shares ISA. The main difference, index funds, which is also mutual funds, is priced once a day. ETFs trade throughout the day like a share. For long-term investors, the difference is minimal. Most beginners choose whatever the platform offers. I'm going to give you a few examples of popular index funds, but remember, these are purely examples, not recommendation. Vanguard FTSE Global All Cap, iShares MSCI World ETF, Vanguard S&P 500, which is VUAG or VUSA, HSBC FTSE All World Index. Each tracks a different version of the global or regional markets. You will learn how to compare these in lesson 3.2 when we break down how to read a fund fact sheet. A global fund is often seen as the simplest, most diversified, all-in-one approach because it covers thousands of companies across dozens of countries in every major sector with automatic rebalancing built in. For many DIY investors, one global fund can be the core of an entire portfolio. Again, this is not advice, but it's a common and powerful approach. So, to recap, an index fund tracks a list of companies, the haystack. Buying one index fund gives you instant diversification across many companies. Index funds are low cost, simple, and historically effective. ETFs are similar to index fund, but they trade throughout the day. Global index funds offer broad exposure across the world's markets. In the next lesson, we'll go deeper and look at how to read an index fund fact sheet so you know exactly what you're investing in and how to compare your options. You will learn what fees to look for, how to check what the fund actually invests in, what tracking error means, whether a fund is diversified properly, and how to spot red flags. If this lesson helped clarify how index funds work, make sure you continue to lesson 3.2 because understanding a fact sheet is what turns confidence into competence. See you in the next one.